Today I'd like to show you how to play Cold Shot by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'm tuned to G, G, D, G. If you want to play along with the record, tune down a half step. But otherwise, we'll just stay in G today. Interesting song. It's rhythmically quite sophisticated, really. So the main riff is played basically two ways. We want the A note here, and you want to mute the low string and the high string, so that when you brush across your guitar, your three-string cigar box guitar, you just hit this one note. Oh, he uses an amp with a vibrato in it. I forget what it's called. I had it written down here somewhere. But anyway, so I have a GT1 pedal, and it has a rotary speaker, which sort of reproduces a similar thing. So I found the setting, and that's what I'm using. You could turn up the chorus real fast on your cube. Might get sort of close. Anyway, so you brush down. So it's like X, 7, X. And then you brush up. And in my case, I'm using my finger, the hard side for down, the soft side for up. And when you brush up, you lift up with this finger, so it's now muted. So it's brush down, get the A note, lift up, come back up. Okay? Then you press down with your first finger, still muting the first string and the third string. You're on the second string as far as the note goes. That's a G note. And then you do the same thing, brush down, catching the note. And then lift up on that and come back up. The other thing to remember is this is a shuffle, which means instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. The and is moved closer to the next note, you might say. 1 and 2. You can practice that just like this. Okay, so remember, this would be wrong. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This would be right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So back to the lick. Like that. That's what you want to do. I'll try to do that slow. Like that. Okay, there's more to the lick, of course. So, starting again with the A, up brush mute, G, up brush mute, A, up brush mute. Then we go up here quickly to 12 and 11, and we don't hit the low string, but you can mute it in case you do. Downstroke on that, upstroke on 10 and 9. So down, up. Keeping the same timing, of course. So it'll be down, up. And then the first two times the song goes around, we're right back to the A very quickly. I think for the three-string version, this is probably the hardest part. You gotta go right back to that. I'll demonstrate that for you. See how quickly I have to get back there? Obviously it's doable, I just did it. But the riff changes after it does that twice. The riff changes to this. So you don't, if you can't quite get that first little part just right, you can just start with riff 2, I guess you could call it. And there's kind of like a missing downbeat there. If you're playing with a pick, you might even want to follow through and then get the up on the muted strings, up, and then down on the G. Up on the muted strings, down on the A. Okay, before we go too far, the intro of the song starts off on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So that would be open, actually, in his case. Mute, and, The first note actually sounds like it's an octave lower, which would be there. If you can do that, and that sounds right to you, that sounds good. It sounds a little bit different than the record because when he does his open strings, he's getting a low E note in there, just for a split second, but the tonality is there, and we don't have that option. So, it's and, up, open, down, mute, up, open, down, A, all mute, G, mute, whoops, that's not a mute, mute, A, and then into down, up, down. I can understand where that might be a little bit much to put together all in the beginning, but that's what it is, and when you get good at the lick, you can certainly fit it in later. It stays on that groove for quite a while. I think it's 6 times, and then the voice starts, and then it stops, and it stops pretty quickly. So stop would be putting this back into the so instead of and then stop, it's like stop, and then he says that's a cold shot, baby, and you move up to the 4 chord, which is going to be up here on 12. Do the same thing. I wouldn't try to like necessarily get all that in there. I would just use a slide down to get back into position. So here we've stopped. Yeah, that's how I would do it. I would just slide down from there to get myself in position for this. And then it goes back up to the 4 chord. And this one would be quick, quickly to the sort of the Jimi Hendrix chord in E, but we're going to actually play E minor 7th. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I like to let this mute. The Jimi Hendrix chord is a really weird chord in the sense that it has a major 3rd and a minor 3rd. And these two, this is a 7th and this is a minor 3rd, would be an octave higher. They would be called tensions. Flat 9 and a 7th. That's just what they're called. Don't worry about it. When you play them close together, it sounds very much like an E minor 7. But when you're playing this style of song, if you just quickly hit that E just to get the tonality and let it go to mute, all of a sudden, it sounds a lot like it. So I'm going to take it from the 4 chord there. So there you go. That'll get you through the song. Pretty tricky song, but if you pay attention to the mutes, they're actually the most important part of making it sound like the song. I mean, you can certainly play the song just without really worrying about it and just play the strong note, which I see a lot of guys do, and that seems to be fine. But if you really want to get that scratchy Stevie Ray Vaughan sort of shuffle, that sort of thing, you really need the up and down stuff going on. I hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Bye.